Yeah, in theory, I think what it was supposed to be, it's supposed to be, it starts out 100 trillion years apart. And most people are like, who gives a fuck? It starts out 100 trillion years apart, and it goes together. And then, I forget, it's supposed to, it passed by, it might have already passed by once, but it passes by, and then it goes out 80 trillion years or so, or something like that. Or I think it's 80 trillion years. It'll pass within like it passes within a couple million miles. Still a long ways, but closer than it's ever been. It's supposed to be about I think I forget like 360 trillion million miles apart or something like that. It's a long. It's still a long ways. Like it'd take you a lifetime to get there. You know, if you left right now, like or left within like 300 million years, you'd probably get there just as it's cruising by. Um, and then of course you'd have to catch up to it because it's moving really fast. Like it should be moving. It should be moving pretty fast towards us. Actually, it's just that space is deceptive and it's a long, long ways away. Anyway, so it cruises close to us and it's supposed to spin. It's supposed to be a parallel spin, I think, or something like that. It's supposed to be parallel spin or close to our spin, basically. But still, I forget it. I think it's not supposed to be able to touch us, but it's supposed to be parallel with us. I don't know. Or something like that. Although they said it was coming straight at us, so that might be true too. I mean, it could pancake. I don't know. Like I said, it was an experiment. I didn't, I just started the creation of it, and then the particles accumulate as they go. Each sun, each star is giving off particles constantly. Like each star in the galaxy gives off particles constantly, and over 100 trillion years they build up. Each one of these suns gives off particles and they accumulate around it basically, and there are quite a few of them over there. So anyway, over 100 trillion years basically it's been accumulating along with us. We've been accumulating too, so we should be they're I forget if they were done at the same time or if they're a couple. One of them might be a little bit younger than the other one by a little bit, but they're supposed to be about the same age, I think. I forget. Nah, I think I might have built one and I built the other one. I don't know. Anyway, they're close together though. But basically, it's our yin or yang. It's our opposite, but it's just opposite charge or whatever. So I wanted it to be attractive. I wanted to get a space flyby, like I say. I wanted it to be a space clock. See, normally, well, it depends. I mean, sometimes galaxies are pushed away from each other because it's all about the charge. There's I think it's all about negative and positive, whatever. It's the way the molecules are creating or something like that. It's something you do in the base thing or something like that. So I think it's supposed to be negative. I'm not sure. It could be the same charges though. They were going to try and revert it or something like that because otherwise we would pull together. The whole idea is that, but I don't know. I don't know if you can change the charge of a galaxy. Like, I mean, I just started it, and then I started it one way, and then 50 trillion years ago, we're like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? Because it might hit us. We would have to actually change the charge of the particles, which is like even a harder thing. Anyway, though, I had a team of people working on it. I think they were working on it over there or something like that. I forget because otherwise it'd be a smash, it'd be a pancake and not a flyby. It's supposed to fly by. So anyway, though, but I mean, I'll be long dead by the time it gets here anyway. So anyways, experiment to see what would happen. Cool, huh? Anyway, nobody knew about it until I told them in 1960 or some year. It's like, well, they said, they're bluffing. You're bluffing. You're lying. You're making this shit up. Blah, blah, blah. They're like, they told me I was making this shit up. Blah, blah. It's like, oh, then how do I know about it? It's not really there. It's a lie. It's like, go take a look. Poke up a satellite. Go take a look. See if there's one star system or one galaxy that's coming a little bit closer to us than all the others. Should be coming. They're like, no, it's the Big Bang Theory. They're going out like this. They're going out like this. I was like, no, one of them's actually coming towards us. And this makes up the space clock. If you see it from space, you can actually see it. We are going that way, and it's coming this way. So anyway, in theory, I think we're going. Actually, I thought it was just. Well, no, I know. I knew it was a galaxy. There's two galaxies. Yeah, our galaxy and its galaxy. So Anyway, there are two galaxies that make up a space clock, and they're like, it's really, really high end. Like I say, to make it, like most people would look at it and be like, oh. It's like, yeah, I know. LS. Don't forget the name. Don't forget the name LS. LS. This is me. And what I do for a living. Galaxies. I'm pretty proud of it, actually. One is the Milky Way, and one is the one that's coming toward us. There's 800 others, too. I'm quite proud of my work. It took me a long time to be able to get that big and that powerful, where I could actually create whole galaxies. Almost 100 trillion years, basically. A long time to be able to do that. Creating galaxies and matter is no easy matter. And like, nobody else really knew about it until I told them. They had no idea that there was a galaxy heading towards us. I was like, okay, this is why I'm a god, or I'm a creator, and why I'm so important, and why everyone loved me and everyone cared about me, and what makes me possibly somewhat immortal is because like I did create these galaxies, and basically everyone would eventually know who I am and what I was, and basically I'm the creator of all this. 800 galaxies, and these two, and all the life that's on them, which is a lot. So anyway, and that's another reason why a lot of people were like, no, it's not, I know you're not, blah, blah. And then other people were going, I'm a creator, a child, a son, two sons shall rule the creation of the galaxy. Oh my God. They're just trying to recreate the creation after it's been created. It's like, you're trying to recreate the creation after it's been created. Whatever. Like, wow, going out publicly. Because they have camera, TVs and stuff, and they pay more money, or they threaten more people, or they have more drugs. It's like, wow. Anyway. I said, yeah. There's only one of me, by the way, like I say. Only one. I used to kind of get around a lot, but I found myself on the run for my life for a while. Then I told everyone in the whole galaxy, the whole universe, that I was going to be here on this planet. So they would all know where I was. Originally I had two suns, or two stars. Originally we had two stars around here. I believe this is the one with two stars. Like I said, I even had one with 5 stars, all rotating around it. 5 stars around one planet. So there was never a shadow. It was 24-hour daylight, just because you can create fusion reactors. You can create the fusion reactors, the stars, anywhere. So it's just where you start it. So, so you just maneuver it in and start it. So at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're just all of just building. There's one like that somewhere out there, where there's literally 5 suns all rotating one planet. It's like, hee, cool. Let's see what happens. I think it's 5 or 8 or something like that. I created a couple of weird ones because basically you start, each fusion reactor gets to a point, and then it starts, depending on how much matter it is. It's all matter, mass, all that other stuff. But basically, it gets to a heat temperature, and then somehow I think it reacts and it actually creates particles. There's actually more particles being created than it's actually using in energy. They're actually creating more and more matter every day, every second. The sun is actually building matter. They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Because they're giving off particles. And they're collecting particles. They're giving off small particles. For some reason, there's something about it where particles are coming into existence, or I forget exactly how it works, but basically, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I was quite proud of the stars. They're quite a piece of work, actually, and not easy to do either. It takes a lot of stuff to make one of those. So anyway, and they give off all kinds of particles out into space, and there's particle streams. Well, you just can't see them. Problem is, you can't see the particle streams.